new permission today. It's a gorgeous day in Central Virginia. I've got the 2 relic magnets with me. So I've already scouted this property, let them know where to find the stuff. You have no excuses, right?
None.
This is Amy. Amy's gonna kill it. This is Genna, which you've met before. Genna thinks she's gonna kill it. So we'll let you know how we do, but it's just a gorgeous day and it's fun to be out with friends. So yes, we'll check back in with you later. All right, Amy's over there, and Genna is over there, and I got my first good signal of the day. It didn't sound as good as it did. That's a copper jacket off a modern bullet. Got a golf ball? I haven't seen any golf balls out here. That's the great relic guide, Waylon. I don't know, this one might be iron. It's like about a 36 caliber ball. If I shot that at you, it would just go. Haven't found anything yet with modern bullets and one small little pistol bullet. This may break the curse right here. It sounds pretty good. I like that. It's still in the hole. All right, uh-oh, look here. Yeah, the curse is broken. All right, there's a fired 3-ringer. All right, there's the first bullet of the day. Yeah, baby. All right, it's right in the bottom of the hole. It's pretty soft. I'm just gonna dig with my fingers and see. There it is. Oh, I think that's a piece of probably a shoe buckle. Whatever it is, definitely got some age to it. I was told the last time I was out here that there were some trenches back here, and I hadn't been able to find them. And I'm looking here, and that could be a trench. Not a very deep one, but it could be a trench. It could be some rifle pits. So I started down that line and I got a tiny little signal that just didn't sound good at all right here. But since it was, since I'm trying to figure out what this pile of stuff is, these holes, I thought I would check it out. And I got a real weak signal that didn't sound good at all. But when I cleaned the hole out, got a signal. And I'm cautiously optimistic. It sounds like a button. It's lead, I believe, so it could be just some camp lead or something. Well, definitely want to keep hunting these little depressions and see if they are rifle pits. I'm not sure this is a trench. If it is, it's a shallow one. Maybe not designed for an extended siege, but maybe just immediate protection in the event of a incursion. I got a little teeny signal that didn't sound very good, so I kicked the leaves back and the signal sounded better. All right, that doesn't sound bad. It's like too thick to be thin and too thin to be thick. I mean...
No, you're right. You're right. I don't think the corrosion is all why it's thick. I don't know.
I think I may have found either some rifle pits or some trenches.
Really?
But it's up in the woods. The next thing is either going to be a shell or a buckle, and I want to make sure I get that.
Absolutely.
Well, what if you wore a flea collar? You could wear like a flea collar because they
I could wear a flea collar.
That's all ticks too.
Yeah, you could.
I hope I left all my stuff in there. Did I? Oh, they're mine. Your headphones are on your head.
Oh my God.
All right, let's find something. Come on.
Yep. It's not a rifle. Oh, look at that. Looks like a little, like a handle?
It does look like a handle. But if I'm on a Civil War battlefield, I don't care what I want to dig most everything, unless it does, like you said, sound like a nail. All right, Amy. Deep and still there. I'm still in this rifle pit or trench line or whatever it is. I might have just hit it. Confederate Gardener. Another nail.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So that's a Confederate.
Okay. I don't know my bullets.
All right. Look at the ring, and it looks double. It almost looks like two donuts.
Yes.
Can you see the double?
Yes.
All right. No other bullet has a double except a Gardner.
How? I mean, there's lines.
Yeah, so it probably is fired. Yeah, I didn't see that. I can't see without my glasses. All right, my bullet digger is hard at it right there. I bet you've dug a bunch of holes for your mom, haven't you?
Nope.
No? You make her dig her own holes?
Yeah.
Let me see it. Yeah, that's a modern bullet. I'm in this area that I found a few bullets, and both northern and southern bullets, so let's give this a shot. Yeah, it's still something there. Let's go a little bit deeper. It's a repeatable signal, so I can't leave it. I just can't leave it. That could be just iron, but when I'm this close to trenches, I'm not going to leave it on what could be. That looks iron. Dang it. Man, this is a nail. Yes, it is a nail. All that for a nail. So that last signal turned out to be not much to it. This signal sounds good. It really does. Oh, it's going to be Rudy. But I think there's a Civil War bullet down here. I do indeed. So it should be right down in there. I feel something. It looks like a bullet to me. Let me use my high-class pointer. Right there. That'd be our bullet. Yes, sir. A 3-ringer, and it's fired also. I don't think this is a trench. I think this is a rifle pit. You probably can't tell, but there's this one, which is hard to see, but it's here, right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rifle pits in a straight line right there. Definitely worth continuing. I'm not real thrilled about this signal. I'm kind of afraid to pass them up. Yeah, I don't like it, but it's still there. That's a nasty sounding signal. Well, pretty deep already. I'm not getting a good repeatable signal there at all. This may be one of those ones that needs to be left alone and abandoned. Hate to get that far down and quit, but sometimes it's better to just admit defeat. Oh, I feel it. Oh, I think that's a flat button. It might be a coin. I don't know. All right, pretty close to the truck, and got a signal here that sounds pretty good. Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, modern bullet. Yeah, that's a modern bullet. That's
Another
like
one?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in here. Oh man, where is she? So let me see what you found before you leave.
You want to do a sleepover with Walker? Pack your bed. What is that thing?
I'd say that's melted lead, but nice little flat. Pieces of brass.
Get your shovel.
And I don't know what kind of metal that is.
It feels like lead. It's plenty heavy.
I found a piece of a flat pewter one.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still here. It's
Yeah,
just you
modern
gotta find
bullet.
Modern
water.
too. So
Yeah, you just got to fight through the junk. Sorry, girls.
No, you gotta try it.
Today's hunt was kind of a brief one. Genna and Amy and I met after church and had a few hours to hit this farm. And I want to share with you one of the most personal finds I think a relic hunter can make on a field. Probably also pretty rare because these particular relics are very delicate. I want to show you this beautiful, I guess you call it a fountain pen. But this pen was found in a Civil War camp, and I can't help but hold this in my hand and think about some young soldier, probably hundreds and hundreds of miles from home, using this very pen, dipping it in a glass inkwell, one that he probably had to purchase from a sutler to be able to write home to his sweetheart or to his children or to his parents. This particular fountain pen, I think it's very basic, and it's amazing that it was still intact after all those years. But this was found in a Civil War camp, and it is the right era, and I have no doubt that this is indeed Civil War. Also, other writing instruments that you may find, you might every now and then find a pencil. Well, how are you going to find a wooden pencil, you might ask? In this particular case, the reason I found it was it is wrapped in brass tubing. This one also is of the right era. Where I found it makes it highly likely. I've also found mechanical pencils on the battlefield. And yes, they had mechanical pencils back in middle of the 19th century. So, pencil, fountain pen, and then the most basic writing implement of all. I found several pieces of lead carved into long, skinny forms. And it is usually agreed upon by relic hunters that these are bullets that were carved into basically lead pencils. And they wouldn't write very well, but they would write well enough. You could use lead like this, carve it in the shape of a pencil, and you could write that letter to your sweetheart. The fountain pen, the pencil, and the bullet carved into a pencil are just such incredibly personal items. I imagine the letters that these three devices were used to write were received with so much joy when the folks back home opened those letters and read that their loved one was still okay. I hope you've enjoyed this little look back at some very personal relics sometimes found on the Civil War battlefield. In this case, pretty delicate ones that aren't found very often. If you enjoyed the video today, I hope that you'll subscribe. Best of all is if you comment about the video and tell me what you think, or share your own stories. That's one of my favorite parts of even having this YouTube channel called The Battlefield Walker. I hope you'll go relic hunting with me again soon. Until then, be good and say your prayers.